وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ويعبدون من دون الله ما لا يضرهم ولا ينفعهم ويقولون هؤلاء شفعاؤنا عند الله قل أتنبئون الله بما لا يعلم في السماوات ولا في الأرض سبحانه وتعالى عما يشركون وما كان الناس إلا أمة واحدة فاختلفوا ولولا كلمة سبقت من ربك لقضي بينهم فيما فيه يختلفون ويقولون لولا أنزل عليه آية من ربه فقل إنما الغيب لله فانتظروا إني معكم من المنتظرين صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين ويعبدون من دون الله ما لا يضرهم ولا ينفعهم. These people, they worship Allah, they worship someone else that beside Allah which does not give them any harm or does not give them any benefit. So these idols that they worship or anything that anybody associates as a partner with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or worships them rather than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, nothing can give any harm or any benefit except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when they are presented with this fact that these idols can neither harm you nor benefit you, they say وَيَقُولُونَ هَؤُلَاءِ شُفَعَاؤُنَا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ. In reality we are worshipping Allah, and these idols, they are going to be our they are going to intercede on our behalf, they are going to be intercessors عِنْدَ اللَّهِ, before Allah, for us. So this is something that they just came up out of their own. There's no proof of it, there's no evidence. قُلْ أَتُنَبِّئُونَ اللَّهَ بِمَا لَا يَعْلَمُ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَلَا فِي الْأَرْضِ. Say to them that are you telling Allah something that does not exist, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not know that there exists in the samawat and in the earth, in the skies and in the earth. So if something that Allah does not know, then it basically means that it does not exist, because everything is in the knowledge of Allah. Allah has created it and is perfect under the perfect knowledge of Allah. So you are basically conjuring up something that does not exist. Subhanahu wa ta'ala amma yushrikun. He is pure and much above, far higher than what these people associate with Allah, whatever shirk they do. So there is no idols, nothing that should be worshipped can intercede on behalf of anybody except those that Allah permits, and those are not the things that they associate with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but the beloved people of Allah. And the beloved people of Allah, it is a condition to be beloved of Allah that they do not do shirk themselves, neither do they encourage people to associate them as partners with Allah. So therefore, if somebody asks you to worship them, or you worship somebody and think that they are going to be intercessors on your behalf, that's simply something that cannot hold true by logic. وَمَا كَانَ النَّاسُ إِلَّا أُمَّةً وَاحِدَةً. And people were no more than a single community. إِلَّا أُمَّةً وَاحِدَةً فَاخْتَلَفُوا. Then they differed. So the meaning of this ayah is that all humanity from the start of Sayyidina Adam ala Nabina alayhi salatu wassalam, they were one nation, one people, one group, because all of them were free of shirk. All of them believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from Sayyidina Adam ala Nabina alayhi salatu wassalam all the way up to the time of Sayyidina Nuh ala Nabina alayhi salatu wassalam. There is not even a single record of somebody doing shirk. So ulama have said that that was the beginning or the childhood of the times, the period, and there was no shirk at that time. In the time of Sayyidina Nuh ala Nabina alayhi salatu wassalam, people are recorded to have done shirk for the first time. So therefore, before anybody did any shirk, before anybody committed this act of associating partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all people were the same group, the same community. This ayah gives us a very important principle, that Muslims who believe in one Allah and the Prophet of the Prophet ﷺ, no matter what country they belong to, they are the same nation. This is the theory that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given in the Quran, that if you say La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, you are one qawm, one nation, one people. And those who do not say La ilaha illallah or associate partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are by virtue of Quran a separate nation. So therefore, if you say La ilaha illallah, all people said La ilaha illallah, nobody did shirk, they were one nation. فَاخْتَلَفُوا. Later on they divided themselves. So therefore the reason for all divide in humanity is this shirk, not believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, associating partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَلَوْلَا كَلِمَةٌ سَبَقَتْ مِنْ رَبِّكَ لَقُضِيَ بَيْنَهُمْ فِي مَا فِيهِ يَخْتَلِفُونَ. If had it not been that a word from your Lord had already come to pass, a decisive judgment would have been made about their mutual differences. So the word that Allah had already decided is that Allah will not punish them in such a way that all of them will be annihilated. Therefore, since Allah has decided it already, this decisive decision or judgment will not come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is such a punishment based on their shirk, because shirk or associating partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the biggest crime, the biggest falsehood, and it totally deserves a punishment so huge that it annihilates everyone who is doing shirk. But because of the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah has already passed a judgment that Allah will not finish off humanity, and the decision and their decision and their judgment will be reserved until the day of judgment. So therefore the people who are doing shirk, they don't think that they are living a good life or they are in okay shape, but it is only that the decision of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has been made that they will not be annihilated, otherwise they would have been annihilated. وَيَقُولُونَ لَوْلَا أُنزِلَ عَلَيْهِ آيَةٌ مِّن رَبِّهِ. And they say that why is it that no sign has been sent down to him from his Lord, to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the way of the kuffar and the mushrikeen, and we've explained in the previous ayat, that mu'jiza after mu'jiza, miracle after miracle, especially the biggest miracle of the Prophet ﷺ, the Quran itself, which is irrefutable. And the Prophet ﷺ, by the command of Allah, challenged them that even bring a single verse comparable to the Quran, and they failed. They tried and they failed. But because of their inad, because of their crooked nature, what they would do is that they would say, the Prophet ﷺ would show them a miracle, prove it to them that I am the true prophet of Allah. They would demand for something else. They would keep on demanding for something else. So they would say this, the meaning is وَيَقُولُونَ لَوْلَا أُنزِلَ عَلَيْهِ آيَةٌ مِّن رَبِّهِ. Why does a miracle that we demand does not descend upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? فَقُلْ إِنَّمَا الْغَيْبُ لِلَّهِ. So tell them that the ghaib, which miracle will I be given and which miracle will I not be given? The things that you are asking, will I be given those or will I not be given those? That rests with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I do not have any knowledge of it. The miracles that have been given to me are enough to prove to a sound person, to an unbiased person, that I am the true prophet of Allah. فَانْتَظِرُوا إِنِّي مَعَكُمْ مِنَ الْمُنْتَظِرِينَ. So wait, I am waiting with you. This wait will end on the day of judgment, that you will clearly see that what you were trying to do, trying to deceive people and trying to deceive your own self, after the truth has been made clear to you, you will find the result of it on the day of judgment. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from all misfortune of not believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us good Muslims. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين آمين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.